Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica, or as most of you know me by Jessqueen Photography. Today I wanted to make a video totally different than all my other videos. I wanted to make this video, it's 10 things that I wish somebody would have told me when I had my miscarriage back in 2015. And so the purpose of this is basically to help people that are going through it or went through it, to help you get past it and to help you understand things a little bit better. My main purpose of these videos is to help somebody heal, you know, um, and basically just love themselves again. So let's get right into this video. Starting with number one. Number one and number two kind of go hand in hand. So number one, it's not your fault, and number two, don't feel like a failure. So don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. You're not a failure. Um, it's natural for you to feel like that. You feel like you failed as a mom because you were carrying this child. You felt like you failed as a wife. For not being able to carry that child. Um, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Things just happen the way that they were gonna happen. There was nothing that you probably could have done to stop it. There was probably nothing that you could have done to avoid the situation from happening the way it happened. I'm a big believer on things happening for a reason, and it's something that you question at first. You're like, well, what could have been the reason? Um, but it happened for a reason. We don't know what the reason is, but it happened for a reason. And you're not a failure, and it was not your fault. So as of today, stop blaming yourself. That is a big role in this. You need to stop blaming yourself. Um, Number three is grieving the way that you want to. In order for you to properly heal, you have to grieve your own way. Whether that's, staying at home, watching movies all day, not talking to somebody. It's very, very easy for you to fall into depression going through this, but cope with the way that you can. If that means you just want to be by yourself, if that means you have anger, you want to go run, you want to go to the gym, um, you just want to cry, you want to yell, you want to write a letter. It helps sometimes, to bring out your feelings. The way you want to, you do it. You know, um, if you want to cry, go ahead and cry. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the way that you want to cope with this. Um, Number four, keeping occupied. This is one of the biggest things. Keeping yourself occupied. As I mentioned earlier, you can go to the gym. You can you can cook. You can make YouTube videos. You can clean up. You can get out the house. Go out with some friends. Keeping yourself occupied is a very big factor for this, just because if you've ever heard of the out of sight, out of mind thing, as bad as it sounds, that's just the way our minds work. Um, so the basically, the more you don't think about it, because you're being occupied, the better it will be for you, because you won't beat yourself over it so much. Every time that you're by yourself, you're gonna beat yourself over it. You're just gonna feel bad. You're gonna everything is gonna come back all at once, basically, and that's not what we want. um Number five, talking helps. Talk to your family, talk to a friend. What helped me is a support groups on Facebook. um and they're really good with posting pictures, even though some people think it's a little bit more graphic. I personally, I'm not disgusted by anything like that, But they post their pictures, they tell their stories, and their experiences on their miscarriages, and how far along they were, and everything that happened with them. And that happened to be a big factor also in me talking, because I was able to share and talk to other people that were going through the same situation as I was, because there's nothing like getting advice from somebody that already went through it, because you know that it's exactly what you're going through, and it's what what you want to hear at the time, because you want to be able to heal also. That's our main purpose in this, to get past this. um so yeah. Number 6, there will be better days, and you will see the sunshine again, I promise. You will be amazed at how things happen. um Time is a big factor in this, which is my next one. Time is your best friend. It takes time in order for you to heal, and it because of the time, you're gonna see better days. um I cannot express that enough. Time is a big factor. It took me maybe about a year and a half or so to feel a little bit more comfortable with talking about it, feel a little bit more of ease, about the situation. um so it can take its time. It's just a matter of time, basically. um and how long you take to cope with the situation. There's not a time limit. Things will just happen naturally. So yeah. um Number 8, don't grieve alone and don't stay alone. Ugh. So, uh, don't do this alone. You don't ever want to do this alone. If your partner is available, have your partner talk about it. Cry together. Talk about the situation. It helps you both cope with this, because you guys are both going through the same situation. Even though they may not um, show it, because men or just people in general have different ways of dealing with things. That does not mean that they're not, suffering from it just the same way that you are. You know, this is going to be your biggest motivation. This is going to be the person that's going to get you back on your feet, that's going to get you, back up from the bed. And it's just going to, put hope back into you. Is going to be this person, which is your partner, whoever you choose to grieve with. And don't stay alone. Um, by what I mean, of that, there's a lot of things that go through our mind at that time. A lot of negative stuff, that's not always the best routes. It's not always the easiest thing, to go through. So there's many things. Your mind's going 1,000 miles per hour. You do not know how to process things. And it's just better for you to stay, with somebody all the time, at least for a little while, just until you like cope with it just a little bit, enough to know, that it's not your fault. And once you get yourself situated, then you can go back to your normal. um yeah. So number 9, don't mind inconsiderate people and their words. There will be a lot, and when I mean a lot, it's a lot of people that will be very inconsiderate with what you're going through. um they don't care to hurt your feelings. um they will say the comments that they probably shouldn't say. um just mean, hard things that, the easiest thing to just do is just to push it aside and get past it, because at the moment, you're going through so much. That is the last thing that you want to do. You're carrying anger, you're carrying emotions, You're carrying a lot of things that the last thing you want to do is for someone to say something dumb, you know? Then you're gonna go and target this person, you're gonna make matters bigger than what they need to be, and just the easiest thing for you to do is just basically push it aside and just ignore it. That's the best thing I can tell you. Um Number 10. It's okay to feel sad. No matter how big or how small this baby was, it was your baby. You know, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to yell. It's okay to hug your spouse. Um, it's okay to do just everything, everything and anything that you want to do. It's okay for you to do, and it's okay for you to feel sad because of the situation. It's okay for you to feel sad for this baby, because at the end of the day, this was your baby. You had this baby inside you. You connected with this baby. Um, and this baby was yours, No one can tell you how to feel about your child and, and the situation that you're going through. Um, so, yeah, just cope with it however you can cope with it. At the end of the day, everything will get easier for you. I promise. You will be able to get back to normal. Um, and yeah, so I will be posting a video with my story, and my experience with everything. I know a lot of people will be offended when I make this video, just because um, some people are conservative about things that they say or things that they do. Uh, but this is me just going to be able to open up about my situation, because again, it helps me heal too. Um, but because I want to be able to help people that are going through the same thing. Um, I feel like I can help people with my own experiences, and this is my main goal for these videos. Is specifically for this. So if you want to hear about my story, just keep updated. Um, and I will update you guys soon. And see you next time. Bye.